captures its first sizable city in Ukraine as the port city of Kherson falls to Russian troops. This even as the second round of peace talks between the two sides is supposedly underway at the Belarusian border. We have more from this report.
Completely destroyed.
Russia stepped up its lethal bombardment of major Ukrainian cities on Wednesday, which its invasion force has so far failed to capture. The eastern city of Kharkiv has experienced the most intensive shelling across the country. Its centre, a bombed-out wasteland of ruined buildings and debris. Russian forces fired a cruise missile into the city council building, according to the region's deputy governor, and footage shows a police department engulfed in flames following a Russian strike. This man said he saw multiple bodies on the ground after a residential building was bombed. Also on Wednesday, Moscow claimed it had captured its first sizable city, Kherson. Ukraine's capital city, Kyiv, a city of 3 million people, has held out in the face of increasingly heavy shelling. Though Western governments say a huge armoured column stretched for miles along the road to Kyiv has been largely frozen in place for days.
Sanctions against Russia over its actions in Ukraine. The sanctions cover the issuance of Russian bonds in Japan and also target 2 breakaway rebel regions in Ukraine. Russian President Vladimir Putin had recognized their claim to independence on Monday. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida announced the Japanese sanctions earlier today.
Japan has decided to impose the following sanctions. First, we will suspend issuing visas to certain individuals of the 2 so-called republics of Donetsk and Luhansk and freeze their assets. Second, we will introduce import and export bans on the 2 so-called republics. Third, we will prohibit the issuance and distribution of Russian bonds in Japan. Should the situation worsen in the future, we will work with the G7 and other international communities to quickly take further actions.
Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused Russia of nuclear terror after it bombarded a large nuclear power station, causing a fire. The authorities say the Zaporizhzhia plant, which is the biggest of its kind in Europe, is secure and radiation levels are normal. The fires didn't affect the facility's core buildings. Mark Lobel has the latest on the situation in Ukraine.
This is a moment to wake world leaders up at night. The dramatic shelling of Europe's largest nuclear power plant of its type, a few hundred kilometres from where the Chernobyl nuclear accident occurred. It may have just been a training building that was hit, but
This has never happened before. A nuclear power plant has never come under attack like this. This is tank fire. This is not a terrorist trying to get in here. This is armored vehicles shelling a nuclear power plant. I cannot overstate how serious the situation is.
The Zaporizhzhia reactors in Ukraine's southeast now centre stage as the war intensifies into its second week. President Zelensky accused Moscow of nuclear terror.
We need to stop the Russian military immediately. Scream to your politicians. Ukraine is 15 nuclear units. If there is an explosion, it is the end of everything, the end of Europe.
The US says reactors are being safely shut down, urging the Russians to stop firing.